Scapegoat 2 is a puzzle platformer by the indie development studio Magical Time Bean. In this game you play as a purple goat who must escape a fortress by unlocking and exiting through the door in each room. Along the way you meet various friends, like a mouse who travels along with you and is a crucial part of gameplay, as well as sheep who have gotten lost in the fortress and need to be rescued. The gameplay of Scapegoat 2 is phenomenal, calling upon both your reflexes and problem-solving skills. The controls are fairly simple. The goat can jump, double jump, and dash. Dashing is used to break boxes or push blocks, or simply as a quick traversal technique. But what really makes the gameplay shine is the mouse character. When you release the mouse, either by throwing it upward or in front of you, he sticks to the wall and climbs around the walls until you call him back. This is incredibly useful for hitting switches that are out of reach, or for baiting enemies. The enemies also play a large part in the puzzle solving. The most common enemy type throwing fire at the goat or mouse when they see them, which can be either a hazard or a tool to open new pathways. But the main new gameplay feature of Scapegoat 2, in comparison to its predecessor, is that you can obtain various powers for your mouse. I don't want to spoil all the powers, but the first one you'll encounter is the Magic Hat, which allows the goat and mouse to switch places. In addition to being able to access areas which are too small to enter as a goat, or have been closed off by the fortress's mechanisms, you can also destroy enemies or boxes in a line between the goat and mouse as they swap places. And that's just the beginning of the puzzling possibilities. Scapegoat 2 is a game that encourages experimentation, giving only the bare minimum of tutorials. That is, at various points in the levels, it suggests you press a button, and then you just see what happens. Everything else is left up to your skill as a gamer. It's rare that there's only one way to solve any given puzzle, and that freedom is very refreshing, if sometimes a bit frustrating until you figure out what to do. But those are some of the best moments in gaming. The graphics of Scapegoat 2 are great. When compared to the original Scapegoat, they're on a whole new level, going from rough pixel art to hand-illustrated art. The graphics are fairly standard as far as modern 2D platformers go, but the characters are very smoothly animated, and a lot of detail is put into the mechanisms and gears in the fortress. Each zone in the fortress has its own unique visual identity as well, from the woods of duplicity to the halls of gleaming crystal. The entire game somehow manages to give off a mysterious vibe. The music in the game is also appropriately atmospheric for each zone, and it's pretty catchy too. The game can be controlled with either an Xbox 360 controller, which is the recommended control method, or with the keyboard. I didn't get the chance to try it with the controller, but the keyboard was definitely usable enough with the default settings, and the keys are fully remappable, so that's really all I can ask for. I beat the main game, that is, Escape the Fortress, in just over 2 hours. However, that was after only discovering 45.45% of the rooms, or so the results screen told me. Any level in the game can be replayed via the map system, and extensions to each zone are unlocked as you progress through the game, and boy are these extra levels tough. I haven't been able to beat all of them yet, but I can already tell that all of you puzzle platformer fanatics are in for a treat. In addition, a level editor will be added post-launch, with which you can create and share your own levels for potentially infinite replayability. If you're a fan of platforming and puzzles, and you're not afraid of a challenge, I highly recommend you pick up this game. It's available on Windows, Mac, and Linux, on Steam, Good Old Games, and the Humble Store. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, constructive criticism, what have you, please leave it in the comments section or email us at bitshifttv@gmail.com. Until next time, this has been BitShift TV.